Hi folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about if there is opportunity in Legends cards, and I briefly want to talk about the fact that the CFO of Wizards of the Coast has actually resigned, which is of course big news in the Hasbro financial world. But first, I want to quickly recognize that you have reacted so kindly to me opening a Patreon account. I'm really honestly blown away by your support and by your reactions. I really appreciate it, honestly. Very, very cool stuff. I already have 5 Patreons, and there are 2 which qualify for a mention in the video, and that is Alpha Hoarder, big friend of the channel, and he has a very nice channel as well in which he shows his enormous Alpha collection, and Ozzy Osmond, who were one of the first Patreons of mine. Petra and Energetic signed up as well. Big thanks to them too. I didn't expect that, so yeah, thank you all. That's awesome. Check out my Patreon, then you see what it's about. The link is in the description. We're also very well on our way to the 1K. We passed the 900 easily. That's crazy. And of course, we're going to talk about Legends, but I want to recognize the fact that we probably will reach 1K soon as well. So today I want to talk a bit about Legends first. I looked for all my Legends cards, and I have a couple of boosters, open boosters of Italian Legends somewhere in my collection. It's up there in the attic. There is one or two, or there are 1 or 2 videos in which I show the attic and I get a couple of cards. It's completely filled with collectibles, board games, Magic the Gathering, but I can't find them at the moment. But I have my English Legends cards here, and I was surprised, and I knew already, but I still was surprised how few English Legends cards I actually have. It's a very big set, and I'm looking at Legends at the moment. For example, the Psychic Purge here, I got a play set. These are cards I actually played. Back in the day, you had to play against card draw decks, Hypnotic Spectre, Hymn to Turek, Mind Twist, and this card came in handy because if you discarded it, the person who discarded, had you discarded, got 5 damage. Force Spike, don't have to say a lot about these. Very nice counter spell, especially back in the day. Has been reprinted 100,000 times. But I had these play sets, and I have these for a very long time because I actually played with these cards. Same goes for Flash Counter. Interrupt, yeah, you still could cancel counter interrupt spells with this. It wasn't that bad. Back in the day, you didn't have a lot of options for counter spells. You only had the counter spell, the Mana Drain, and these Legends counter spells really early in the game, and that was a lot. Chain Lightning, yeah, great card. Had 4 lightning balls in my counter blast deck, 4 chain lightnings. At a certain point, incinerates as well. Really, in my opinion, a really good card. These kind of playsets I still have in my collection, even if I sold Legends cards along the way. Xira Aryan, I don't know why I have that one. I think I got this one as a gift from a buddy of mine, and it's well loved, but it's honest, it's true, and it's a good card. And it's a legend rare, unfortunately not reserved list. Presence of the Master, I had that in a sideboard. I remember, that's why I have 2 in, I think, Urnham Jin Armageddon deck, and that's why I still have these. So when I have Legends cards, I played with them. White Mana Battery probably was in the same deck as well. That one looks really well loved. I think I played that without a sleeve for a very long time. The back isn't actually that bad. Doesn't look too bad. I think it's a fun card. So yeah, these kind of cards nowadays I keep them all. But through the years, I think I traded away so many Legends cards I can't even remember even good ones because I didn't use them in a deck anymore. And you have to remember, folks. Unholy Citadel. I never liked it a lot, but I think it's a cool card. Let me finish that thought in a second, what I wanted to say. Let me first have a look at the Beautiful, beautiful Field of Dreams. One of my favorite artworks of all Magic the Gathering. I think it's fantastic. I think the card is very unique. It's an enchant world. They're playing with the top card open, and I know they have reprinted this more or less in other form, but still I love the card. I think it's awesome, and I think it's should be worth a lot more. Sword of the Ages had that card in the booster pack back in the day. My only English Legends booster pack I ever opened and ever bought. Very cool card. At a certain point I traded it away for a recall because I played blue, and that recall of course then was reprinted, which sucked, but I got these two Sword of the Ages a while ago. I just wanted to have the card. What I wanted to say is you have to remember, this doesn't look like a lot, but this is still a lot more than a lot of people have. Legends cards. I mean, I have been playing since '94, and crazy how few old cards you still have in your collection if you go through it. And maybe other people have more, that's fine, but I had the same with Arabian Nights. I have a couple of key cards, have a couple of play sets here and there, but I don't really have like bulk. And I have like bulk of the dark because I bought boosters, and then if I bought boosters back in the day, '94, I was really young, I probably bought like 6 boosters. So that bulk with the dark, 8 cards is maybe like 50 cards. So yeah, it's all relative, and it's not. If you look at examples like Rudy or other bigger YouTubers, this is uncommon, and I said that before. So keep that in mind. Don't be jealous if you see those bigger YouTubers with binders and binders. These are the high-end collectors. For us, normal collectors, and I think I may have a little more than the average Magic the Gathering player because I have been playing since '94 and I still have a couple of pieces of power and these kind of things. So I'm blessed I didn't get rid of everything, but for us, I still consider myself like a normal Magic the Gathering collector, especially if I look at the amount of the old cards I have. It's reasonable. It's what I bought back in the day, traded some away, and yeah, I think it's okay to only have a few cards of a certain set. And I know a lot of you out there are actually set collectors, and I talked to a couple of you who actually collect Legends, and I think it's a very difficult set to collect. So I'm still thinking personally which set I will collect next. So yeah, and it looks like it's going to be Arabian Nights because I don't dare to tackle Legends, and I think Unlimited will be too difficult. But we'll see. So is there opportunity? That was a long intro. Jesus, it's not necessarily an intro, but probably the people who came here clicked on the link. If there's opportunity in Legends cards are not here anymore. But who cares? It's whatever the fuck I want Saturday, and if you are new to the channel, whatever the fuck I want Saturday is the Saturday I talk about whatever the fuck I want, and I ramble on if I want to, and that's okay. So yeah, if that's too much for you, sorry. There will be more to the point videos again next week. Legends, is there opportunity in Legends? I think there is, given the fact that you should be very aware of the state of the market. So Legends has dropped a lot, especially since Dominaria United, because there were Legends cards in there, and the prices actually have gone down on a lot of key Legends cards quite a bit. Especially I've seen the bigger ones, like the Abyss, which were at a certain point around 1,000. I've seen them for like 500-600. Eureka as well for 400, which was at 800. And I know it's still out there probably here and there for 600-700, but I already have seen people getting rid of those cards. I personally would really like to get 2 more Swords of the Ages, and those are below $100 at the moment, and they were at like 150, 160, trending towards 200, and now they're at like 80 for a good one, not even like a heavy played one. So yeah, I probably will pick up 2, even though I know the market is bad and everything can go to hell and to zero. But these kind of cards, to me, they are important. So it's okay to pick them up if you realize that they could go down even further, or everything could collapse. I would really like to get like a Mirror Universe as well, which is available for only a couple of $100, which was at a certain point like 500-600 for. I even saw 750 for a near mint one. It's not the best card, but the artwork is iconic. I had one. I don't know where it is. I can't find it. I know I didn't trade it, but it's one of those cards I simply... And I have my collection organized very well, but it's gone. So either somebody stole it from me, or, I don't know. I lost it when I handled it, or I'm not sure. But I want to have that card back. So, I might consider buying that one. And again, be aware that the market might go down even further. If you have been looking at the news, the CFO, which means the Chief Financial Officer of Hasbro, has been resigning because the stock has dropped below 50. So that's crazy. It's not going well with Hasbro, and I don't say it's just because of Wizards of the Coast. All the other brands are not doing well neither, but Wizards of the Coast normally could compensate for all the other brands. And at the moment, with all the pushback, and people seem to keep their wallet closed and vote with their wallet, it seems that we're actually making an impact. So we're making a dent in the if you don't want to buy this, then it's not for you attitude of Wizards of the Coast, and then this is not for us. And I think that's awesome. We as a community have a voice because we play the game, and if we don't buy it, then you see what happens. And you can say it is not directly. It's Saturday, folks, so bear with me. Sometimes words just don't come out as I want them to come out, and if I'm in the flow, I want to tell you a lot of information I would like to get out there, but I stumble across my words doing that. It is a fact that the economy down, so it might not all be up to us, but everything combined, the resentment of the 30th anniversary edition, people voting with their wallet saying, Wizards, no, we're not giving you money because you disappointed us. Wizards overprinting product, Wizards dumping product on Amazon. All that leads to a CFO of Hasbro, which who has resigned. Crazy times. So always be aware that the market is not at the best, but in this market, if you have money to spare, then there is opportunity, because if it goes up again, and it will, don't expect a quick turnaround. That time frame has gone. That was like 2020, 2021, but now in 2022, if you buy something, it won't double in price within months, at least not in the trading card game world. But if you are looking at long term, personally, if I have $80 to spare for sort of the Agents Legends rare that is on the reserve list, of course, if they reprinted in like a collector's edition next year, it might drop to 50 or 40, because nobody cares about that card. And the only thing that matters is scarcity with these kind of cards. Because if it's not playable, the whole calculation like, even an alpha Bird of Paradise is $4,000 or $5,000. That doesn't work anymore, folks. That's a stupid argument. But okay, nobody's listening that late in the video anyways. I think people who claim that are and I had comments like, everybody who sees Magic the Gathering as an investment just today, you're stupid, I laugh my ass off, and you know who you are, and if you're listening that late in the video, then at least I know you're watching the videos and you have an opinion. That's cool, I respect that. But normally they see the title and they rant, and that's okay. The only answer I had is, why don't you buy a box game then? Because if everything should be the same, just buy Dominion and buy a boxed board game with cards and play that. It's a collectible card game, and everything that is collectible has a certain value. That's why it's collectible, because of rarity. And now we have artificial scarcity, of course, in these days. But yeah, look at the old Magic cards. They are truly rare. So it's all relative, folks. Just keep that in mind. I want to finish with something a little personal. I'm doing my best with the videos. You know that I try to upload every day, and I had really busy weeks at work, really busy weeks with the kids who went back to school, and in between they had holiday, and I had to go to I had a couple of business trips, which always it sounds awesome, but it's so it drains you. But I cleaned my yard today, my backyard, my garden in the backyard, together with the wife. And just look at this, folks. It looks clean now. It's ready for the winter. The barbecue has been wrapped up, so it's ready to fire up in spring again. The porch down at the water, the bench where we sit on down at the water, has been packed away. The boat of the kids, of course, is now stored away a bit, at least down there. And for the rest, life is looking good here. So I hope I can find my calm again a bit, which I didn't have the last couple of weeks. But only for people who stay in the video that long. That's a little personal information. Have a great weekend, folks. I really appreciate you. Stay healthy, stay frosty. Thanks for listening. I talk to you next time. Bye bye.